Hello, and welcome to the Monday live stream with me and Modders. She's that way. She's over there. John will be along shortly. He's just finishing his live off with Mods for Heroes.
Yes.
Not sure if the other two Garys are going to be on today, though. Because one Gary's still recovering and one is very busy, as always. Well, not as always. You know what I mean. He's a busy guy right now. Yeah. So, has everyone had a good weekend?
Pretty much slept through it all. You said everyone, there's only me.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I pretty much slept the whole weekend. I fell asleep, I think it was about 7 o'clock Friday night. Didn't wake up until midday Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh, I still can't believe I slept for like 15 hours.
Yeah. I did some similar, not quite as long, but I think I slept. I can't remember what I slept on Friday, but I know on Saturday night I went to sleep at 12:30 and I woke up at like 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. And then last night I got to sleep at 6 o'clock this morning and I got up at 10. So yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah. That was
the I'm tired. Anyway, other than that, I've had a good weekend.
Yeah, got some better news about my nana. So
Good.
She's on the up. They're refusing to do a physio, but she's better. Stubborn woman.
I'm saying nothing.
I know for a fact that my mum and my nana is where I get my stubbornness from. I am not ashamed to admit that. I'm stubborn.
Bless you.
Poor Sonic.
Have you managed to get any modelling done?
Not much.
No.
What about you?
Well, the reason I was up till 6 o'clock this morning was because I was painting my Saint Germain. I shall show you now.
I know. I saw you started blue tacking it yesterday.
Oh yes, and I paint it. I just need. That's what I'm doing today. I'm going to do the touch-ups on the paintwork.
Ooh.
So it looks a bit messy at minute because it needs to do the touch-ups, and then I can do the black lines in between them.
Yeah. There's some proper funky colours, those ones.
Yeah, it's dark yellow, World War I blue, mahogany brown, and dark green. Yeah. One thing I will say is if you do build this kit, don't put the machine guns in until you've painted it, because as you turn it around and stuff, they break off dead easy. And they ping off and you never find them again.
Oh dear.
Yeah. But, oh well, never mind. Such is life. Battle damage and all. Let's go through the chat.
Yes, because there was a lot of it.
Yes. Ian says, good morning, everybody. Hello, Ian.
Hello.
Duke, good day, Ian, you early bird. Julian, morning all. Hiya, Ian. Duke, remember the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. Not sure what the third mouse gets. Crabs. Marley's here. He's finally decided to join us.
Hello.
Hello, Marley.
Sorry about the hour. It's not the first live stream I was late for today.
Don't worry about it. Julian says, 6 Lima India Kilo Echo Sierras and only 3 of us here.
Yeah, I liked way before the stream started.
Oh, it was you, was it? Ian says, g'day, Duke, Crumbs, Julian. Hi, just 3 amigos so far. Julian, or the 3 wise monkeys? Me? Wise? Laugh out loud. Julian, yeah, that's why I thought, hence the question marks. Scott, good evening, all. Good evening, Scott.
Evening.
Julian, Wise for a specific, highly inaccurate definition of wise. Julian, evening, Scott. Athol, evening, Scott, and morning to everyone else. Good morning.
Morning.
Name's John, and then it's evening.
Evening.
Sonic says, "Good morning, Vietnam." Good film. Ian says,
Great
"Oi, oi,
film.
Sonic." Yeah. Matthew's in. He says, "Morning, girl."
Morning.
Sonic says, "Hey, Ian." Mr. Morris is in. Why are you not putting on here, Gary? Come on. He says, "Oi, oi."
Sorry, I can move the cat, otherwise she's going to burn herself.
Yeah. Julie says, "Hi, Athol, DJ. How are things up north of the border?" Julian, hi, Matthew and Gary. Gary, another week already. It is indeed. Duke says, "Good day, all you beautiful people."
Hello, Duke.
Hey, Duke.
Sonic, hey, Julian, just count down the days until I get money again, as per usual.
Yeah.
Jim, hello to all the usual suspects in chat. Jim, hello, Modmin.
Hello.
Sonic, hey, Jimbo. Athol, how are you feeling, Jim? Got over your sickness? Jim, and of course, greetings to us and salutations to our gracious host. Hello. Julian, hey, Jim Stripe Skunk. Jim, hello, Sonic and Athol. Julian, Sonic, too much month left at the end of the money? Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
Jim,
Always.
still hanging on, Athol. Thanks for asking. Jim, hello, Julian. How are things in beautiful South Wales today? Oh my God, there's so much chat. Sonic, not enough month at the end of the what? Wait, what? Julian, light grey and cold, Jim. With you. Phil, afternoon all. Afternoon, Phil. Sonic, hey, Phil. Julian, hey, Phil. Julian, morning, Tiff and Mikey. Morning, Julian.
Morning.
Athol, morning, Tiff.
Morning, Athol.
Tim, good day, folks. Good day, Tim.
Okay, Tim.
Timmy.
Athol says, morning, Mikey. Good morning, Athol. Sonic, Timmy. Julian, good day, Tim. Julian, weather will be clear and cold today. Sonic, glad your nan's better, Tiff.
Thank you.
Kissy.
Me too.
You'll get one kissy today.
Just one.
It's always only the one.
Waves. Oh, look who's joined us. It's Gary!
Hello, you buggers.
Enjoyed your video this morning.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it was as I promised last week. I did put a video up this morning of the wonderful, soon to be in production, the Kranken Panzerwagen. I called it a Kraken Panzerwagen. It's Kranken.
I liked how you said, I'll probably make you do the dioramas.
So it does lend itself to a diorama, and I expect Martin will make me do one.
Mm-hmm.
We will see.
Oh, you've not done a sand diorama yet, have you?
Well, I sort of have. I did do a ages ago. I did a Bren gun carrier. But and quite honestly, the war in the desert appeals to me. So
yeah,
I'm boring you, John.
No. Remember, it's late here. It's 11:15.
Anyway.
Yeah, there I was.
Sorry, go on, Gary.
I say, there I was, sat downstairs in my comfy chair, watching you on the big screen. And someone said, "What are you doing on there? What are you doing on there? Why aren't you up here?"
You didn't have to. It's nice to have you with us.
Yeah.
You are one of the team after all. And if you're feeling up to it, then why not?
Well, that's it. I've been reading up on functional neurological disorders today. So
Okay. Anything interesting?
no.
Did you watch that video I sent you? The hand exercises. I sent you a link to a film of guitar hand exercises that guitarists use.
I will make sure I have a look
strengthen
at
it.
that later.
It's to strengthen and increase the flexibility in your hands.
Marion's complaining that I didn't tell her about it, so.
I'm going to grab an alcoholic beverage. I'll be back in a momo.
Good for you. I will carry
Why
on
do you have it in lifetime?
sipping my water.
Yes. June says, Tiff, the whole family motto is persevere, aka stubborn bar stewards, plus mum was a redhead. Mr. Morris says, it looks like my minion tank.
Yeah, it does. Got yellow and blue on it, like my minion tank.
Sonic, got just over £2 in my wallet. I forgot about that. I'm rich. Bless you. Julian, good evening, John. Sonic, hey, Paul. Sonic, hey, Gary.
Why, Sonic?
Julian, cool. You're rolling it, Sonic, provided it is very small. Apple, Julian replying to Q, cold and grey. 5C, but dry so far. There you go. Apple, good day, John in Australia.
G'day.
Sonic, shh, Julian, don't tell all the ladies. Sonic says, minion chair farty pants.
Yes. Talking of minions, what are you doing in here, doggy?
When I was watching that video whilst me and Tiff were sat in the back room waiting to start, and I said to her, it sounds like a bloody creaking ship, that chair.
The chair's days are numbered.
It's like you're on an old bloody sailing ship or something.
Yeah, because it's had to put up with my fat ass.
I think we've all had to put
what
up
you
with
could do,
it,
Gary, is always.
On that note, hot.
What you could do, Gary, is dub the sound of seagulls over it. Just pretend you're on a pirate ship.
I shall.
Apple says it's a Morris dancer named Gary with his wee friend Benji.
Yes, we Benji McGrowley.
Aaronville's in. He says hello all. Hello, Aaronville.
Hello.
Jim, good to see you, Gary. Thanks for being here.
It's all right. It's a pleasure to be here, Jim. I was just thinking this morning I'll just take it easy today because I've got to go and do a face-to-face tomorrow, so I'm building my strength levels up. But I was summoned from upon high by the Lord of the Beard.
I like it. Jim says, ditto what Sonic and Tiff regard your nan must be that generation. Mum was resistant to medication one day. I said to her doctor, I have a stubborn streak a mile wide. One guess where I got it and pointed at Mum. She looked at me with the expression that said, yeah, I'd already guessed that. There you go. John Christmas is in. He says, good afternoon, folks, from cold and wet Yorkshire. Hello, John.
Oh, I do love Yorkshire.
Hello, John. Welcome.
Sonic, my chair is pretty squeaky. Must be my diet. Jim, Benji's in the room.
Yeah, he's a bit grumpy today.
Sonic, hello, Benji.
Walk in the rain.
Kay pointed out this morning that it's 10 years since we got our dog. Well, my dog that lives with my dad now. June says, good morning, Benji.
I'm sure Benji will reply shortly. So I'm just removing Airfix flying hours from my Harrier box that I noticed were in there.
Ooh.
So I did a thing this morning.
I can't go any further with my Harry because I've run out of great primer.
Oh dear.
No.
What
So I'm
thing
gonna have to
did
get
you
some
do
more.
this morning, Tippers?
This.
Oh,
Decal.
Ooh,
Decal.
Yes.
That's actually very cool.
There's
it's on the store. Look at that. That looks so cool.
Look at that.
So many.
is an STFU Benji in there?
And that is actually a Halloween window sticker thing.
Oh.
I stole from Sonic.
And she's got an John shut the F up one.
Yeah.
top
Unwarranted.
I've got my models
Warranted.
one. Hang on.
Warranted. There you go.
And just a little
Yeah,
bit
it's got
cruel. I
models.
wouldn't say anything mean to my co-hosts.
Can we just rewind
Yes.
3 minutes?
I've got my lifeboat one, which you can't see because of my logo. Hang on.
Oh, that's why it's upside down. Hang on a minute.
And I've got the Is It Finished Yet sticker too.
Oh, so there was progress. So I'll show you this because there's only one thing left to do on this. So what I have done off camera, like this,
Progress,
this
I thought you'd
build,
finished it.
yeah, if you remember, we had finished it. However, what I have done is go back and finish it. So you'll need to zoom in because the bits I put on are quite small.
Yep.
Which you explained yesterday morning on the M48 Sunday show quite well, I think.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
asleep, okay?
So there's 4 bits on each side. These metal photo etch things on the top of the cabane strut. So just literally metal sort of brackets. The aileron, I don't know if you can even see it. It's probably hard to see. Got the aileron control cables that are there, going onto little spigots. Same with the elevator cables and the rudder cable on both sides, and all this stuff. As I say, if I didn't point it out, you wouldn't even see them. There's grab handles, 2 of those on each side, so I can pick it up and sort of move it, and of course the boarding step on that side there. So with all that, on the propeller boss as well, which is another photo etch bit. So all that remains, as you can see, the guns in there. The only thing that remains now is a matte coat and a little bit of dust around the wheels, a little bit of soot, but this is totally done. So there we are. So yeah, you won't see this again, but it is actually
You
complete.
promise?
Yeah, but it's quite a bit of work involved, and as I said before, like they can take a while, but once they're done, they're gorgeous looking things.
Yeah.
The only other thing I have progressed with, or I haven't, this is what I'll be doing during the sesh now, is I went looking for another dark sea grey. I wasn't really happy with this shade, but what I found out by Googling and all that sort of stuff is pretty much, it is pretty much how it actually is. So looking at another brand, this is AK Real Color, it's the same grey. It's fine. So I've hit this with a gloss coat all over. This is just a Tamiya gloss over that. So I'll be starting to apply some decals during this session now, and that'll sort of make it pop, bring it to life and all that stuff. But I'll be progressing the Harrier, which I think is looking very Harrier-like. So yay.
Yeah. All it's missing now is a Harrier sticker.
Sticker?
Sticker.
And a shut the fuck up sticker. Maybe I should get one of them, put it on it.
You should get the 30 by 30 centimeter one of them. And you can put it on. You can put it on the door next to you. That door next to you on camera.
Oh, and the beer of choice. Oh, thank you, Ben. Is Elvis juice. This is United We Stand for better beer fiercely defiant and independent. It's beer with grapefruit in it, so it's like a brekkie beer. And good morning to everyone.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can't drink Elvis juice because it's got grapefruit in it.
Oh,
Same here, mate. They don't go well with blood pressure meds.
No,
do they not?
no.
No, grapefruit juice makes your body absorb medication quicker.
Okay. So
more
would it help if
boosted.
I drank it, so sloshed it in my mouth for a while, soaked up all the grapefruit, and then sort of spat it into a spittoon, and then mailed it to you guys, and it can ferment on the way around?
Please don't feel you have to.
No? Okay, you'll give that a miss?
That is grim.
It's a service I provide. All right,
You
I'll
all right,
have to
Gary?
just drink it myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Sudden outbreak of coughing.
Well, as long as you're not dying, that's all we care
You know, I
about.
had a critical moment when I was putting my bloody weapons racks on the Harrier. I managed to apply the glue and I was just about to put the bloody weapons rail on. Choked on my own fresh air.
Hmm.
But anyway, and then Benji kicked off.
I think we need some music.
Yes.
Well, let me just warm my larynx up.
Ooh, we're getting behind on chatting.
Oh,
Ooh.
can't have that.
Ooh.
You. Let's go with acoustic cinematic. Can you all hear that?
I can.
Yes.
Cool.
To get the
These stencils.
Okay. So,
Do 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 do.
I'm such a problem.
Julian says, "Good morning, Benji."
Yes,
Good morning.
he has one on him today.
Was that a tactical cough to stop the dog hearing his name?
No. It's,
Boston. Boston.
Yeah. I've got the distinct.
Sonic says,
feeling
"Hello,
everyone-
John Swearword." Sonic Bumhug.
Sorry.
Instead of humbug, he always says
I
that.
have no idea. Okay. Jim says, "Nice rare stickers, Tiff. My personal favourite is the Benji one."
Oh.
Aha, you didn't get your tactical copy in that time, did you?
I'm now going to blow my nose. Come on here. my
Jim
body's
says, "That
full.
looks..." Jim says, "That looks fab, Tiff. Makes mine look better by comparison."
Thank you.
You'll get there, buddy. Sonic says, "I might take that one off my kitchen window and put it on my cutting mat when I get it."
But don't forget, you've got all of these ones here still as well.
Oh, there you go.
So I am going to steal some of the cats and the bats and probably that coffee.
You gotta take the bat because the bat's on your logo.
Yeah, well, this bit's got bats on it as well. But I'll probably put another one or two on.
Jim says, "John, get on with it." Ian, who hasn't got a John STFU sticker?
This guy.
John.
Who has two thumbs? What has two thumbs and doesn't have a John shut the fuck up sticker? Sonic says, "I had two. Get that? Great."
It's funny how John hasn't got one, but Bron has.
Yeah, he's dotted them all around the house.
Yeah.
She's even taped one to his alarm clock. So it's the first thing he sees when he wakes up in the morning.
The hell's an alarm clock?
It's that thing on your phone. That goes
Oh,
dee. Sonic says, thought that was Scooby and the gang on the side of that plane for a minute there.
I did think that as well.
Julian, Gary, if you need hand strength and exercise, try Therapy Putty on Amazon. Item, blah, 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 $14.95 for 5 tubs of various grades to increase strength. Reusable, so no need to buy more.
Ooh. Look at the mess I could get in with that.
Or you could use Blue Tack.
Yes. I could.
That's good for that stuff.
Benji's getting told off. Apparently it's just said Benji's up for adoption if anybody wants him.
That's a hard pass for me. And I'll say it's because of immigration rules as well. Yeah, animal.
I think Willow would probably maul him.
See, if we ever had to get rid of Benji, I'd want him to go to a good home. And John, with your track record, it ain't happening.
I'm kind and courteous to all animals. I treat them all the same.
With equal disdain.
Yeah, with the same level of contempt.
Same level of pressure on the fork before I bring in the knife.
No.
Child is absolute. Not condone. Any complaints, please refer them to Scam Modeling Twins
at garystuff.co.uk.
Yes. Jim says, so Julian, Therapy Putty can also be used the same way as Blue Tack for masking camouflage schemes.
Yes, it can. Although that AK magic putty's rubbish.
Yeah.
What is it?
Because it leaves a lot of residue behind.
It also loses its shape very quickly.
Sonic, don't be so demanding.
He's asking nicely. He said please. It's not very often he does that.
I know. You can have it in a bit. It's only 28 minutes in yet.
What's he want?
The panel link. Julian says, no, can't hear anything, Mikey, except you peeps. Sonic says, I like my Grim Reaper one, though. There we go.
I'm having a real issue with this.
Hello, George.
George.
Sonic says, hey, George. And George says, hey, Sonic. There you go. Right.
Oh, cripes.
What was it doing? There we go. StreamYard links in. Ooh.
Come on in, Jim. The water's fine.
Never trust an Australian that says that.
Well, I did see there's a Visit Queensland ad that popped up on my feed yesterday, and there's people lying down on these little floaty things going down a river in Queensland. There's no bloody way I would attempt that stunt. There's, you're gonna be
eaten.
You can't guarantee that crocodiles are not in any water in far north Queensland. And it was far north Queensland, I could tell by the trees, because, tropical rainforest and all. There's no bloody way I'd get on a raft.
I think.
Oh, hi, Sonic, you bastard.
Nice doing, Mikey. I it's just a light in here and the Zoom and stuff like that with the OBS. It's still great. But...
Yeah.
Hello, people.
Hello.
So this is where I get to tackle these kinetic instructions. Like we've mentioned a number of times, that the I guess the downside of kinetic are how poor the instructions are, and you can see these numbers everywhere for all the stencils. But as for actual placement of them, it can, it's not great. But I'll work it out.
Do you want to see my dog when I got him? 10
Sure.
years ago. I'll forget. That one. So that's when I got him 10 years ago.
Aww.
Little Springer Collie cross. And that was him yesterday. My dad took him into the woods by us.
Oh, looks like a scene from Miller's Crossing. Look into your heart. You don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Yeah, wow.
No. There you
I've
go.
never seen
He's
a
a
cattle
10-year-old
dog with a winter
Springer
coat.
Collie.
God, I'm gonna have to watch that film again. I love it.
What film's that?
It's called Miller's Crossing. It's by Joel and Ethan Coen, the Coen brothers. It's a gangster movie, but it's phenomenal. I think it's my second favorite film, just because the script is amazing. Oh, and they're so well filmed and everything else. But it's perfect gangster stuff. Like, some of the people in it are scary. There's one particular guy that still terrifies me every time I see him.
Your father-in-law?
Stop looking in the
Your
mirror.
mum.
I don't think I've ever been afraid of my father-in-law.
Marion's got to trip to Oswestry this afternoon.
To Russell Street,
Ooh.
police headquarters. Huh?
Oswestry. Her friend's going for a pre-op. She's going to have a knee operation soon. So Marion said she'll go with her.
Did you just say her friend's a pre-op?
Her friend's going to have a pre-op for a knee operation. Oh, for crying out loud.
Yeah, she will later. Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm glad you're
I
here,
was only
Gary. I
half
missed you.
listening there.
That's all right. Mikey's still a post-op. He wants to be a man.
I'm not even going there.
I was only half listening, so I only heard half of what you were saying.
Christ.
Dear.
Right, so that bit doesn't go.
Blue tack, though, only has one strength, so you can't increase resistance. Also, I'm fairly sure it's not physio recommended. Neither's half the stuff on Amazon. No, blue tack's fine. And
when has that ever stopped us before?
yeah, exactly. We're ex-forces. It's like someone who's in the forces that something's squaddy proof.
Yeah.
It's like hold my beer. George says, my modelling shopping is done for the year. 148th line in F2A and 148 TSR2 until the next time I need paint. Ooh.
So I built that 48 Lightning about a year ago, maybe a bit more. Gorgeous kit, loved it. Looks fantastic. Still one of my, I think. Well, I got lots of mates saying great. In fact, FX shared it on their page. Wonderful kit. TSR2, that is my holy grail kit. I've never seen one. I'm hoping they'll re-release it sometime soon. Well, sometime in the next 20 years while I'm still alive.
George says, "Ooh, it's Sonic."
Yes, it is.
No. So social media doesn't get inflection along. It's probably it's Sonic.
He's on one today, isn't he?
Yeah, he's being brutal, isn't he?
Well, I'm probably a lead from Washington, D.C. That's how you talk to people.
Oh, right, yeah.
What we need to do is get Bron or Lear to come up behind him and slap him around the back of the head.
Oh, yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
Julie says John's right.
Carry on. I'll shut up.
John says, right, that down under the water is fine. It's what's in the water is liable to kill you. Yes.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Athol says, hi, Sonic.
Hello.
Sonic says, hey, Athol. George says, oh, a silky black cat.
Yes.
Benji says, "Oh, a silky
George,
black cat."
Oswestry. George says, Oswestry, nice town. That was my hometown as a kid. And I hope so too.
Oswestry.
Oswestry.
Okay, where does that
Could
name
be
come
worse. You
from?
could be trying to say Oswestry.
It's not on, say, a Westry River or anything. Like, where is it? Why is it
On the
called Oswestry?
English-Welsh border.
Yeah, it's just outside
Ah.
Wrexham.
Okay, so it's so bad that neither country really wants to claim it? Oh my god, I should shut up, eh?
I believe the border actually runs through the middle of the town. Jesus,
Well,
what's
it's the same in. It's the same with in Shotton, isn't there? There's a street in Shotton, and it's a long straight street, but the border actually runs right down the middle of the street, right down the middle of the road.
Yeah.
If you drive on one side of the road, you're in England. If you drive on the other side, it's Wales.
Why are you being so
Bizarre.
noisy?
Yeah.
Which wasn't really a problem until they started introducing the different restrictions in England and Wales during the pandemic.
Mm.
Because then they insisted in enforcing them on that street as well.
So, yeah, we've got
So
something
one
like
side
that
of
here.
them-
We've got
one
a border. Oh, sorry, can't finish up.
One side of the street had one set of rules, and the other side of the street had a different set of rules. It
And they
was
try and
weird.
argue there's no such thing as two-tier police and stuff like that.
Ah, you can't be saying stuff like that.
Them fighting words.
That's squirrel.
Squirrel.
Remember, we've got to be
Actually,
careful.
Yeah, but he said it with a foreign accent, so you know they can't trace him.
Yeah, he'll get the Scottish police after him, not the British police.
I don't know.
I reckon
Would they-
bring it.
As long as it's not the Scottish Mafia, because they'll make you an offer you can't understand.
Funny bugger, ain't you?
Bloody right, though.
No, all meant in fun. I love them.
That's
really.
great.
Still a bastard, though.
I love them. Love them really.
When we were doing pre-deployment training, we had a guy from Edinburgh, I think it was, that was doing his pre-deployment training. And he said to everyone, "Oh, who's going to Afghan?" So a load of lads put their hand up. Who's pointing to Iraq? A few of us put our hands up. He said, "Who's going anywhere else?" And this Scottish guy put his hand up and he said, "Oh, where are you going?" He went, "Glasgow." Anyway, yeah,
Glasgow.
you'll need your
God help us.
pre-deployment training there. But
That's funny.
all the NCOs called him the Jockanese mafiosa because nobody could understand what he was saying.
You sure it wasn't Glasgow, Mikey? Because I think Glasgow is somewhere else.
Yeah, probably.
I think it was Glasgow.
Yeah, it's yeah, they called him the Jockanese mafiosa. Jim says John Marley doing his Don Rickles impersonation.
Yes.
I'm so old, so young.
Rickles, absolute genius.
It's funny, yeah.
Julie says, interesting. PVA glue is £2.76 per litre, but the same stuff for crafting is £7.62 per litre.
Exactly.
Hey, diddle, diddle, fiddle.
Mm.
To be honest, Julian, for PVA glue, just go to your local pound shop. Well,
Yeah.
whatever the equivalent is online. It does exactly the same thing, mate.
It's like what are these? Call them modelling sanders.
Yeah.
Charge an extra £1. Going to Superdrug, nail files, cheapest chips.
Superdrug, is that like chemists?
Yeah, it's
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Cosmetics and things.
That PVA
okay,
stuff,
like yeah,
is that
right.
stuff you're getting like primary schools and stuff like that? It's always like watered down.
Yeah, school glue.
Aye, it's the stuff that there's always one bug in the class. Every class, you always seem to get one silly bugger that just likes to sit there and eat it for some obscure, strange reason.
I think that's only in Scotland. We used to coat the back of our hands.
You used to snip at you lot, didn't you?
Crafting.
It was the spray glue the Scots used to do.
No, we used to paint the back of our hands with it and make our hands look like the old.
Mine's craft and play as well, Mikey.
Hey,
I used
chips.
to kick my fingers in it, wait till it dries, and then just sit and peel it off. It's just like you're picking all your skin off. It was weird.
Bonds fast, not dries clear.
June says, hi, George.
Hi, George.
George says, Oswald's tree.
Oswald's tree, yeah.
There you go.
Oh,
He says, King Oswald was supposedly killed by a tree there.
wow. I love that. That's great.
And he said, there's also Oswald's church. There you go. See, you learn something new every day on this channel.
You never stop learning.
I love it.
No. I mean, not every day, because we're not on every day like before.
Speak for yourself. I'm on every day with you. What are you doing the 2 days we're not together?
Well, just thinking of you.
He's either playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Say no more.
He's either playing Dungeons and Dragons, or he's being moderator Mikey.
That's true. I'm a busy
Hanging out
man.
with his real friends. Yeah.
Hey, I'm looking forward to I'm looking forward to the end of the week when the North Wing is up and running.
Oh, you're not wrong. Hey, Mikey, let's talk about what you're doing. This is Saint-Chamond. Is that correct?
Oui, oui.
Okay, talk to me about the colours you've chosen. Are they what's called for? Or are they through research?
So, they used greens, browns, yellows, and blues on the Saint-Chamond, on the French tanks.
Oh, computer.
Because even though, because the idea was the light blue stood camouflaged part or disguised parts of it against the sky, because it was lighter blue than the sky was. The browns and greens disguised some of it from above and blended it in with like foliage and mud and stuff like that. And then the yellow just shouldn't be there, so it didn't. It sort of highlighted the shadows and things as well.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of it. Some were painted. The early ones were painted by hand on behind the lines, but the later ones were actually painted. Like this one was a later one. Were painted out in the factories.
Okay. Right. I can see why people build them. It's an impressive looking unit, just like yourself.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll give you a big hug when you come to Telford in 2027.
Be sick.
So is Gary regretting dropping in yet?
Would I?
It's all right. Gary's giving me hugs.
Yeah. The river don't rise, and I'm a little bit confused.
Why change the habit of a lifetime?
Yes.
George says the border used to go through Oswald Street.
Yes, it did.
I just realised I need to paint another. Athol says, so Mikey, drinking on a Sunday, you have to use English side where the pubs are open. We have pubs in
Yeah.
Wales too.
And they serve brains.
Yes, they do. Sheep's brains.
Ah.
Julie says, I bet that makes the NHS postcode lottery fun in Oswestry. Yeah. Well, not really, because the only major hospital by Oswestry is Wrexham. And then they've got a small hospital in Oswestry. So it depends what you need. Timmy has joined us.
Ahoy.
Ah,
Hello, Timmy.
Today,
How are you all?
oh, well, you know, we're all right. Ish.
Yeah, I'm good.
Really, really, really.
Hmm.
I haven't put those bits on, I don't think. I think I've done something wrong.
Julie says, I bet that. Yeah, I've just read that one.
You've just read that one, Michael. Come on, get it.
Jim says, whilst on the. Hey, I didn't press it. Jim says, whilst on the infirmary list, I have taken to watching many episodes of Dad's Army. Good man.
You won't go wrong
I
there.
hope they've brought you lots of laughs. You. Just don't tell him your name.
Pike.
I shall get to the next one now.
who do you think that you're kidding, Mr. Hitler?
That's right. What's his name sung that?
Yeah.
The guy that used to sing Underneath the Arches he was a wartime comedian. There was two of them. Can't remember his name now.
I always thought it was the old guy that played what was it? I forget his name, Jones or something.
No.
I thought it was something.
No, it wasn't. It was
No, he wasn't. He wasn't old.
no, because
Yeah.
apart from Pikey, he
Guy
was one of
Clive
the
Dunn was
youngest.
only in his 40s.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was only in his early 40s.
he played the part he did the way he did because he was a prisoner of war in the Second World War and he wanted to put two fingers up to the Germans. So that's why he played the part that he did.
Yeah.
There you go. Stuff what I know.
And he always got cast as an old man, didn't he?
He did
In
a
everything
series.
he did.
Did a series called Grandad. Children's TV series.
Maybe that's why I kept on saying they don't like it up him.
They do not like it up themselves. They do not like it up
Jane says, Athol, I bet all the pubs are on the English side. And Athol says, that's what I said, Julian. Learn to read English.
Wow.
No.
Everyone's stepping up to stepping down to my gutter
Julian,
today.
Yeah. Everyone's sniping today, aren't they?
Well, no, Tim's
Tim
just
says
he's
exactly
been quiet
my
because he's
view. That's what I
warming
meant.
up.
God, shut up. Exactly, Mike. That's why I meant to reference PVA for crafting. Is a con meaning we hike the price up because we can, and unsuspecting muppets will pay. Oh, jeez. Now my English language is gone. We can, and unsuspecting muppets will pay. There we go.
Oh, he got there in the end.
Yeah, eventually.
Just StudyMate PVA craft glue that I got from Officeworks for like $2, and it works perfectly.
Lovely.
Athol says, or Mikey's throwing darts at a certain picture on his dartboard. I don't know what you mean. George says, if you've got time, Oswestry Museum has some aircrafty bits in. Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm on my way. From misery to happiness. Blah, blah, blah.
There's also the British Ironworks is there as well. And they have lots of lovely sculptures. All made out of iron, including the Knife Angel is there.
That'd be a nice place to meet up for the day, Gary.
Yeah. You never know. Very
One day in
often
the
when
summer,
Jake,
Gary, we'll have to meet. Have
okay,
a day out. Mm.
Oh.
not on a Monday though. She says it's shut.
Well,
They very,
whole
they
of the
very
UK shuts on
Oh.
Mondays.
Mondays we have live streams.
well, that's right. Yeah, yeah. Monday's a live stream day anyway. Marion, come on, get a grip.
Hi, Marion.
What do you mean every day's a live stream day? We
I-
don't do live days on Tuesdays.
All we're going to hear now is
There are streams. on
Gary's
Tuesday.
head appears under the camera.
She's moaning now because I'm doing a face-to-face tomorrow and she doesn't think I should be doing it.
We love you, Marion. Does that change anything?
No, it's probably made it worse.
So
Now
I
you just
pulled the
creeped
trigger
out,
on.
John, you fool.
You've been very good. You've been very good.
Do tell, Timmy. Do tell.
I was just saying I pulled the trigger on next little project thing. So went to my local shop and
Yeah.
got a.
Oh,
We got Sea Fury.
oh, that's sexy.
That's
Back to front.
True Australian fashion. It's the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wonderfully blurry.
Oh, John
Yeah,
fashion
I'm not-
anyway.
I'm not sure why that's all.
I'm just impressed by how blurry they got the artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really got the speed across. Oh,
It's
well,
like professional
there's not much
blur
to see
work.
on the artwork, to be honest, because it's pretty much just navy blue. The Australian scheme, well, the one on the box art is trash. So I'll be doing it Korean War flying off the HMAS Sydney, which is the one that they've got set up at the Australian War Memorial, which last time I was there, I took a ton of photos. So, yeah, I'll be doing that. I just got to track down a decal sheet, but unfortunately, Ronin, which
There we
is
go.
a Australian one, so they do
Yeah.
like good stuff. All he had was the paint masks for the canopy. So I picked those up at any rate, and then yeah, just try and find the decal sheet, and then yeah, we'll get a start on that because I'm just finishing off the Mustang now, and then that'll be done.
Wonderful. So, are you going to go for the? I guess it's not a beige sort of color, but it looks like the old British Navy color, isn't it? Like it's a
Yes.
light grey, greeny sort of thing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the color's called.
Yeah, so it's that the Vallejo color that I'll be using is Sky Type S. But yeah, it's that green grey with the like dark sea grey on the on the tops. Yeah, it's pretty much that scheme that you're thinking of. But it has a red nose cone for the prop. And then yeah, it'll have a K on the tail, and it's got a couple little things that say RAN and stuff. But yeah, there's no identifying like Australian stuff apart from the RAN. Like it just flies the normal roundels and blah
And
blah blah.
And it flies upside down.
So Sydney, of course, was also the ship that your grandfather served on during the Vietnam War.
Yep. And then the current Sydney, which is a destroyer, I worked on that a lot when I was at the Fleet Support Unit in Sydney.
Perfect fit, I think.
Ooh.
I've just realised something. My little just container that I put my cans
Please
in.
elaborate. Please, quickly.
That I put my pop in.
Yes.
Oh, your stubby holder.
The stubby holder. It's all Australian sayings.
Oh yeah.
It says hard yakka.
Yeah.
The hell does that mean?
Oh,
It's hard work.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
surprised you don't know what that means. So,
Hard yakka.
Got Spit the Dummy on there.
oh yeah,
Um,
that's what I do every week.
mad as a
Cut snake.
somebody's the stitching has gone over the E, so it's looks like it says mad as a cut snack. She'll be right. Uru.
Bet I can
Lad,
guess
lad.
what a mad yakka is.
There's so the stubby holders. I was shocked and stunned to learn in America. Apparently, they call them koozies.
Yeah.
Drink
Yeah.
koozies. But they say, I don't know
Yeah.
why they say drink koozies, because looking at it, you think you put it in a can. It's almost like saying, sidewalk is like, it's that whole Michael McIntyre sort of stuff. Like, horseback riding, when you can just say horse riding.
Yeah.
You're going to sit on the back anyway.
Back in two.
That
All right, buddy.
that Mustang's looking nice to me.
Thank you. It's
Oh yeah.
yeah, just sort of getting him finished off. So,
Lovely.
34, 60.
Lovely.
I need to catch up with chat. Jen.
Yeah.
Right, please. Oh, shut up.
Julian says, John, shut the fuck up. Julian, ambiguous Athol. I read that as there are pubs both sides, but the English ones are the only ones open on Sundays. Athol, that camouflage reminds me of the one Belgian commandos wore in the Congo Wars. Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Oh, wow.
It's not that. It reminds me of like the Australian desert camouflage as well, with all the pink and that in it.
Oh, cookie dough.
That was funky. Yeah, that was funky.
Yeah, we were embarrassed to wear it. Thank you very much for bringing that up.
Yes. We thought it was delightful watching you walk around in pink. Athol says, hello, Tim.
yo,
Julian, yep, but that would mean any English patients would be treated in Wales, Mikey. No, because they're not allowed to do cross-border.
Are they not?
If they're on the English side of the border, then they're supposed to go to an English A&E unless it's an emergency.
Surely.
So if it's an emergency,
no,
they
I
can
won't
just
go
go to the nearest hospital. But
which is in Wales.
it's
so
to do with it's like,
turn them away.
but it's the same. It's the same in with the psychiatric units. If you live in, because we're in North Wales, each county has got or two counties next to each other have got psychiatric units. So if you're on one side of the county border, you go to one hospital psychiatric unit. If you're on the other side, you go to the other one. Even if you're only like a few yards the wrong side of the border, you still have to go to the one that's furthest away in Wrexham. It's like where I live. We're literally, I think it's about a mile from the county border. And we're 30 miles from the Wrexham hospital. But if you need to go to a psychiatric hospital in an emergency, you got to go to the one that's 30 miles away, not the one that's 10 miles away. Yeah. Because Welsh NHS is fun.
Well, you know.
Sounds a bit like the way they used to work in the job centres back in the day.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I
TBG
spoke to
says,
my
hi,
dad-
everyone.
Oh,
G'day.
hello.
Thanks for dropping in.
yo.
Julian says, evening, Tim.
Hey.
And hi, TBG. Matthew, Flanagan and Allen.
Thank you, Flanagan and Allen.
Is that who you're trying to think of?
Yeah, Bud
There you go.
Flanagan. Thank you very much.
TBG says,
Well
don't tell him Walter White.
Yes.
Jim, hello, TBG. Matthew says, Clive Dunn was granddad.
Yes, he was.
George, Happens for emergencies as Wrexham is more direct than Oswald Street to Shrewsbury. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's an emergency, you go to the nearest hospital, but otherwise you're supposed to go to, or you get taken to, the hospital on your side of the border.
Right.
It's like, unless it's an emergency, people who live in, even though Queensferry is about 5 miles from the Countess of Chester Hospital, but it's about 20 miles from Wrexham, unless it's an emergency, they'll get taken to the Wrexham one rather than the one that's 5 miles down the road. Because it's a different NHS service. One's the English service and one's a Welsh service. Julian says, Gary, you're thinking of Flanagan and Alan. Alan sang it in one take and finished it. There we go.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Really?
He says, be back in a bit, Kara here. Yeah.
Well done. Crack on.
Julian says, yes, he was Matthew. TBG says, hi, Jim. Athol, having been climbing on Snowdon, ready to return to base at Watersham, Welsh pubs were closed, but across the bridge heading to Wrexham, pubs were packed out, Julian. Yeah, well, Wrexham's in Wales.
We're not going to start another Snowdonia discussion, are we?
A whisper. I still call it Snowdonia most of the time. A whisper's just a pain in the backside to say. George says British Ironworks is a good visit. Yeah, we'll have to go for a day there. TBG says extra dark sea grey and sky type S.
Ah, there you go, Tim.
Yeah, that's
probably knew that.
Scott.
Yeah.
Scott says special hobby 148 CAC CA19 boomerang with extra bits is on pre-order. Nice.
Oh, wonderful! I do support you in that endeavour. You needed it.
Model officer is in. He says you do need to edit the gap. John, shut the fuck up. Skiffin's in. He says you do need to edit the gap in Gary's chat about this small. It's still out of focus. Oh! We've got bonus, Gary.
Oh, have we?
Is anyone willing to drop back?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. If anyone else is waiting on, just give a yell.
Hi.
There you go.
Hello, mate.
Hey!
Just very, very quickly, because I'm very excited because I've just connected the internet
Hello.
into
Oh, is this the
the
exclusive?
North Wing.
Oh, look at this. Look at
Ooh,
this.
Nice
Sounds
sound.
new.
We've got an exclusive.
Storage area.
That's the new build.
Yep.
Wow.
Cool.
Nice.
So, yeah.
It's a bit weight.
Air conditioning
Oh, brilliant, mate.
Nice.
and doors there. And the most important thing.
That'd be
of
great
all
for drying your
is-
hair.
Yeah. Where is it? Yep. Wi-Fi router. Wi-Fi
Yay.
router.
Brilliant.
So it's just a very quick thing. I've been spending all morning doing that.
Where does the
Getting
button
to work.
wait?
But that works. So, yeah, it's cool.
Brilliant.
Fantastic.
Still on target for moving in at the
Where's the
weekend?
butler's pantry?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the floor's all done, as you can see. It just needs tidying up around there. A few bits of painting in here. And then that's it. I can move all the tables in. I can get some shelving to go in the storage area.
Yeah.
And then start laying everything out. So the idea is, I think under there is going to be like paint booth and all that, in case I want to pipe it out the window. A dehumidifier or whatever they call it, desiccator for production thing along here somewhere. Photography table at the end wall there, and then storage in there. That's the plan.
Cool.
Plan A. Plan A.
Well, wish you all the best with it, mate.
Very nice.
Looking forward to seeing you in there and.
Yeah, well, hopefully, as I say, once all this is cleared and the paint's done properly, should be moving in towards the end of next week. So hopefully next week we'll be just refining where everything is, getting the last few bits and pieces, and maybe even,
Gary,
God
slap Benji.
forbid, actually building something.
Yeah.
Heaven forfend.
Yeah.
Anyway, just wanted to say hi, and while I'm in the middle of that, and also testing the Wi-Fi connection, and it works.
That's beautiful. Beautiful, mate.
It does.
Monday really matters.
It doesn't
Yeah.
think like it does today. I
Yeah.
think it's taken all morning to get that bleeding internet to work, but we got there eventually. That's important. And it means I can live stream from here, because obviously it's way fast enough, which is excellent.
Question from To Boldly Go, Gary. He says, "Where's the peasant quarters?"
Oh, but you see the way that the wall sort of comes in. I think there. That's like a maybe 2.5 by 1.5 meter space. So on the other side of that, I reckon, they can hotbed and have 2 in there easy, maybe 3.
You can put about 10 in there.
Yeah, stack them vertically. You can get 10 in there. It'd be great.
Yeah. Do it like the the naval system of have one bed and hot bedding between 2 or 3 watches, as it were. Only problem is it's quite a long way from the front door, so don't know where the underfootman's going to be to open the door for me.
Yeah,
but well, you can see it's quite a long way from the house.
yeah.
So
Very good.
But there we go.
Really?
Peace and quiet.
So
Well, the worst part about having a butler's pantry is having to remind them that despite the name, it belongs to you. And everything belongs to you, and they own nothing. And they
absolutely. And Phil
says,
don't think you're joking,
moving your
mate.
bed to the north wing.
Don't think you're joking. There is an inflatable bed that we've just had delivered, so I'm very worried about that, obviously. Maria says it's for us to sleep on the night before we go on holiday when the house sitters are here, so they can settle into the main bedroom. But I've got my suspicions on that one. But,
Wow.
But I will be having a fridge and I will be having a coffee machine. The only problem is there's no running water down here, so obviously I'm going to have a chap go backwards and forwards to the kitchen for me. So
A young
do
chap.
whatever I need. Yeah, but
That's a water waller.
that's the sort of thing. Yeah.
Awesome.
Can't
thanks for
have
dropping in,
chaps
Gary.
standing idle, can we? Goodness sakes.
No, good grief,
just-
no.
Supporting the local economy. If anything, you're a
Absolutely.
hero.
Well, only if I pay them, of course.
Oh, well, yeah, good point.
Anyway, just wanted to say hi and show you what's going on and test the system. So I'll leave you good people to it for the moment.
Cheers,
Have a lovely
Gary.
Monday.
All the best. See you soon.
Cheers. Bye.
Gary.
Admit.
There we go. A very own Tommy Walsh.
Tommy Walsh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ah,
There you go, people. You're the first people to see the North Wing in action. Aren't you lucky? See, those that weren't here missed it. Julian says, reference Dad's Army. Ian Lavender and Rick Wakeman were on the mastermind once, and John Humphreys asked Ian name, and Rick called "Don't tell him, Pike." And Lavender stuffed up a few questions due to laughing. Sonic. It's a bit like watching Tommy Walsh. There we go.
Yeah.
TVG says, hopefully there's a lack of Tantalus.
There's a lock on the
I don't
Tantalus.
know what that means. Oh, yeah.
On it.
Julian says, Sonic Gary Evans equals upper class Tommy Walsh. Athol, Gary, get yourself a hose pipe on a roll from the kitchen to North Wing, saving the wee man running back and forth with a bucket.
That's what he's there for.
It's not just any garden building, it's a Marks
Just
and
get Adam
Spencer
Sandler running.
garden building.
Was it what's that other one? Fortnum and Mason?
Fortnum and Mason hampers being delivered daily.
Mm.
Right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave you because I've been summoned away by Marion. She obviously wants to feed me.
All right, buddy.
So I will catch you all later on. Have a good rest of the show. And I did do some work on my Harrier. So I've got
Yay!
Very
where's
nice.
that? I managed to get the... Oh, that looks a bit like it's pointing the wrong way.
No,
It's
it's
an
pointing
Australian
left.
one.
Eh?
It's an Australian one.
It's an Australian one, yeah.
It's a
It's
Mali.
going the wrong way.
Yeah. So I will see you all later. Enjoy the rest of the show,
All right,
and
buddy.
I'll catch you later on.
Cheers,
Gary.
Gary.
See ya.
All right, later.
All right. So, any other Garys feel like buggering off?
My name's no Gary. I'm good.
Okay.
I'll change my name. Gary Stardust.
Okay.
Change it to not Gary.
Not Gary. All right.
Right. Julian says Ruffle Sonic.
Ruffle.
TBG says Tantalus is the booze for posh people like Lord Gary of Evans. Ah,
It is
there
also
we go. See, I'm not posh
Son of
enough to know
Zeus.
that.
So was that
Tantalus
Tiff?
was the son of Zeus. I thought that was Heracles.
Zeus had more than
Or
one
was he?
kid.
He had many. In fact, his favorite thing to do was have kids.
No, his favorite thing to do was to get other people to have kids for him. He didn't have them himself. He just put them in people.
I read that as tarantulas.
That's a fair point.
No. Tantalus, yes, one of the sons of Zeus.
One of the full gods rather than the demigods.
Mm.
Arthur Daly.
Julian says, no, Gary, not delivered daily, delivered by Daly. Arthur Daly. Okay. Oh, Mom and Son's in. She says, good morning, everyone. Hello, Tammy.
Hello.
Hola.
Nice to see you. How are you? TBG says, hi, Tammy. Dark green. Oh, I've already got it on there. Have I? Yes. Ooh, Sonic's getting dressed.
Why start now?
Tammy says, we are just waking up and starting breakfast. Nice. What are you having?
Oof.
And she says, hi, TBG.
If you're feeling frisky, watch that bit backwards.
Now, there's a scary thought.
That's what she said.
TBG said, oh, there you go. Tammy says, imaging bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Nice. I like bacon, egg, and cheese.
You're making me hungry now.
Nom, nom.
Oh, you're not wrong. Although
Sausage.
it'd be American cheese, wouldn't it? The spray stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Have normal cheese too, you know.
As long as it's not that manky French stuff, it's all rotten with mould and everything. Yeah.
Well, cheese is mold.
I meant like mouldy cheese. Bleh.
I actually did see a doco thing as a reel on Facebook thing earlier. Did you know the mold that I can't remember the name of it, but basically it's Camembert and Brie, is literally dying off, and they don't know what they're going to replace it with because it's dying off because it's been cloned so much.
Cheese?
Well, they're going to have to come up with a different mold, so cheese is probably not going to be white anymore into the future.
Well, they're French. They'll probably scrape some of that black stuff off the walls or something. Be creative with it.
And now we've offended another nation. Yay!
Yay!
Just
Who's
Don't worry.
next?
You're not
Take a
offended
page
yet.
out of
Be patient.
take a
we'll be
page
soon
out of
be-
Baldrick's book. So sugar substitute dandruff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make it a milky one. With pleasure, sir.
TBG says Tantalus is a type of decanter with locks on to stop the underfoot from getting pickled. Ah, okay, that makes sense. See, us lower class twits don't know these things.
Well, or upper class. We don't need to know about the welfare or what not of the servants. They're in a different wing.
Oh yeah, you and your $1 million mansion.
I don't even know where the stable is. They just bring the horses when I ask for them.
Yeah. Julian says Tantalus is the holder of bottles of booze, as TBG said, lockable so servants can't drink your booze. There we go. And he says, "Hi, Mom and Son."
Mama-san.
And Tammy says, "No spray stuff, sliced cheese. Nice. Some nice cheddar."
Good.
Although saying that, I did have some Monterey Jack cheese the other day. That was quite nice.
Oh, cheese. Okay.
Smoky
right.
cheese. John, behave yourself. You big galoot. Julian says, "Yeah, that's what TBG said." And Tammy says, "Hi, Julian."
We have a slot available. Should anybody want to join?
Yes.
How about Jimbo?
Yes.
I'll put the StreamYard link back in.
Jimbo, we can see if anyone new wants to come up. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm pretty sure at some point you get bored with seeing the same people all the time. So if you do, then feel free to come up. Yeah, John. I love you, but God, spending 4 days a week with you, Jesus.
I love you, but
I love you, but spending as more time with you than your own wife does.
My co-host is also my lover.
I'm beginning to understand why. What was that, Tim?
Nothing.
Romance.
Well, you know,
this Mustang to be done.
Oh, 2 seconds.
Julian says, John, behave yourself. An unrealistic expectation or just hopeful, Mikey?
Could be another sticker.
Yeah.
What'd you do? Put a picture of Austin Powers. Like, John, behave.
Hey, behave.
A picture of Tim. Are you still here?
Spill.
TBG says, Kara's here and lunch is nearly ready, sadly. Otherwise, I would. No problems, buddy.
So, Jim, if you're still watching, you're free to join. And
Somebody rattling
honestly,
their
none of
cage.
us will mention the fresh hell that's going to come out of Washington, D.C. this morning.
John,
Ooh-wee.
you know the rules. Oh, wow.
Respect.
Bring that up, Tiff.
Oh,
There you go. Tammy's just put $10. Thank you very much, Tammy. Really appreciate that. And she put a
after
big
my
love
comment, she
hearty
wants to
face.
withdraw it.
We don't do politics on here.
No. Not
You should
well.
know better. We keep politics off camera. We discuss it behind the scenes. Julian says, Mikey, it's even worse than that. You're in a different hemisphere and you still spend more time with John than his wife, who's in the same house.
I forgot she was here.
House is so
And the
big.
thing is, it's her choice. This is like daycare for John.
She's a beautiful chicken, not at all stuck up.
Yep.
Well,
Good job. She
it's a
doesn't want to.
Monty Python reference. She may smell a bitch, but she has a heart of gold.
I can just see you getting a slap if she ever sees this episode. Or if Tim ever shows her.
No, she will never watch. No, but I do love her.
You
She's
can
all right.
creep now, can't you?
Yeah, well, you know, she's no. So I'm actually concentrating on trying to straighten up decals. So that wasn't a pause to think. What am I saying? That was I'm literally.
How do I get around this?
No, yeah, it's actually concentrating on decals.
And I wouldn't dob him in. I ain't no snitch.
No.
However, you are Navy, so you do take bribes.
Oh,
Tammy says we're all waiting for the craziness.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to happen. Jim says, thank you, Tammy, for your gracious and generous contribution. Unlike Mr. Marley, you've brought some positive vibes to the show. Even Jim's getting in on it now.
Oh. What I heard is I told you he was a dick.
So, John, what does it feel like to be the world's punchline?
Oh, well, you know. Well, what can I say? We're half an hour ahead of Adelaide. What, half an hour and 30 years ahead of Adelaide. So, you know, could be worse.
Aye, right. Could be worse. You could be Welsh.
At least they can understand the Welsh.
I'm sorry?
At least the Welsh can speak English.
Well, from what I understand, Tim, you and I are the only people here without an accent. Is that correct?
yeah. Everyone else is just making an absolute mockery of the language.
That's what I thought, yeah.
I don't have an accent.
Me either.
I don't have an accent.
I don't think I certainly haven't got a particularly Welsh accent. Or a sudden Welsh
I
accent.
don't think you've got like any hint of Welsh at all.
Yeah. That's because I've taught myself not to. Jin, no, not Jin. Julia says this is a parrot infestation free zone.
Oh, is it? Okay, I'll shut up.
Oh,
No
come
more
on,
Monty Python references.
Smooth brains winning out today. Julia says, very generous of you, Mom and Son. Absolutely.
Not wrong.
Keeping the electricity on. June says, I love her. John, would you like to complete that sentence? I'd recommend it.
I haven't learned my lesson, but I'll pretend I have. And a big hello to all our friends in America. You know, it is a beautiful. It literally is a beautiful country. I've been watching a lot of so you know so on Apple TV, Jon Stewart, he has a show, well, had a show called The Problem with Jon Stewart, which he himself said, I really should have put a comma in there. But it's actually really good. He talks about things that affect not only America but the rest of the free world, and it's fantastic, and I can't recommend it highly enough. And I'm only 2 episodes in.
It's all right if you've got Apple TV, isn't it?
You know, you don't.
Some of us are too busy to sit and watch TV all day.
Yeah.
Some of us have to do stuff for a living. Granted, I don't have to do much. It's just spread over a long time. Mr. Cummins is in. Hello, David. Marley, I do love her. Cooking. That's what the pause is for.
I cooked dinner tonight. It was delicious. It was a Thai curry, Thai chicken curry with long. Yeah,
I thought you were just going to say it was a Thai.
No, I tied her up.
Here's your
to let
tea,
me cook.
my work tie. You go to work. I'll do the cooking. Tammy says, I don't have an accent. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Junior says, Mum, who didn't think she had an accent either, once rang my brother's uni in Nottingham. The receptionist said it was lovely to hear a Welsh accent. My grandmother's name, or my mum's mother's name, surname was Britch, Britch. So whenever she rang up a company or the doctors or something, they'd ask her a surname and she'd go Britch, and they'd go, how do you spell that? She'd go, bitch with an R.
Well, that makes sense.
Even when she's like in her 70s. And then when she's in the care home, before she lost the ability to speak, they go, oh, that's interesting. How do you spell your surname? She go, bitch with an R.
So we've always said, like, so what's your surname? We'd say Marley. And no one really asks how do you spell that, but just every so often I'd say same as Bob. It's only now that people are saying, I'm sorry, because they've got no idea what is going on with anything outside their bloody TikTok or whatever,
Yeah.
Not like America have TikTok anymore.
Well, they do because, their president said, oh, no, there's no problem here. Even though he's the one who first brought it up. He said there is no problem. So it's still there.
But anyway, politics.
Yeah, they brought it back.
Tiff, it's your fault this time. It's not like
yeah, not like they can get a video anyway. Feed them a speech.
You're usually one telling us off. David says, Marley, you made a meal. Was it a Thai chicken curry made from fresh wallaby?
Oh, you're not wrong. Wallaby, everything tastes like chicken.
Even people?
No, we don't need
apparently
people
they taste
here.
like
well,
pork.
We don't need people here. We just put them in barrels.
Yeah, you pickle them.
And
You use them
hello
as
to
a
everyone
garnish.
down in Snowtown.
Well, wasn't there that woman Australian woman who worked in an abattoir most of her life, and she ended up butchering her husband?
Oh.
And when the police went in the house, they found his body parts like hanging from hooks and around the bloody ceiling and everything.
That's my mum you're talking about.
See, we know that's not true because we've seen your dad on camera. We know we have proof of life.
Yes.
Oh, it kind of reminds me of a story that I read like years ago. I think it was in school. as like
I'm just impressed that you read.
Yeah, but it was years ago.
Yeah. I've went downhill since then. I thought it was like a spoof or something. It's supposed to be like
Ew.
a mockery or something like that. But, there's this woman who killed her husband or something like that. And the copper that came in to investigate, she ended up cooking up this. It's a huge big bit of leg of lamb or something like that, a huge big bit of meat leg or something. It was a murder weapon. In order to get rid of it, she put it in the cooker and cooked it up. And invited the copper to stay for dinner and served him it or something like that.
Oh,
That was weird.
Ew,
It was a weird one.
well, yeah, you know, cooking body parts is
well,
a bit
yeah,
weird. Like,
he says.
it's not normal. It might be normal in Japanese land, but
Well, you're not going to eat it raw, are you? I mean, come on, switch on.
It could have been worse. It could have been cooking up the body parts and feeding them that, you know. Then that is normal in your part of the country.
I think we're dancing on the realms of demonetization here.
Just a bit.
Hashtag not my channel.
Hashtag.
Don't try this at home.
Oh, God. This is a funny session. I'm enjoying myself.
Like and subscribe.
You're not allowed to say that, apparently.
No, Sonic is. It's just when you say it, Mikey.
No, I'm not allowed to say like and subscribe.
Yeah, apparently it's wrong when I say it.
Okay, then, sorry, I won't say like and subscribe again.
It's like I'm not allowed to mention the merch store or anything like that because, you know, I'm not allowed to earn a living. I'm not allowed to make a living.
So our friend Gary, I did watch his video the other day. He did a how do I start this, and it's wonderful. Yeah. Like he doesn't hold anything back. What I really appreciate in social media is honesty. People telling you how it is instead of, you know, people can be honest, but I don't like clickbait. Like, you know, you'll never guess what happened next or anything like that. You know what I mean? You won't believe what he says or whatever. But if it's something like, you know, people telling the truth without gritting teeth or anything, I think it's fantastic. I think he did a great job.
He did.
And Gary Evans, you're welcome back to someone else's channel anytime. God, I'm big a dick.
I bet he's still listening as well.
Oh, probably is.
June says, we all sound like most of the people native to where we live, so I don't think we have an accent. We think everyone outside of the area we live in does. I don't sound like the people in my area because I've made an effort to actually speak properly.
Yeah. Plus, in between breaths, we don't hear that crack pipe.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of the words they use to address each other, whereas I use bud a lot, I think, or mate. They use shill.
Shill?
And nigh. The word nigh they use a lot. I don't like them. The words, not the people.
Shill.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they use the word shill.
As in
instead of bud or friend.
Oh, really?
That's weird. The only time I've heard shill is like if you're like shilling for a company or something. Like you just carrying their water.
Yeah.
No, these are like, you know, if you say, "Isn't that right, buddy?" or something like that.
Mm.
They would say, "Nigh." They just go, "Nigh shill."
That's so weird.
I know, and I don't like it. That's why I don't do it.
She'll be right, mate.
Yeah, I think it's time for Australia to just start taking over other countries. We'll save you all from yourselves. You're welcome.
You can all learn to speak English first, mate. You'll have to have more than some Boy Scouts
stuff good.
We're going to take over the world in the form of dance. We'll start with breakdancing.
Well, you had to go there, didn't you?
Oh, totally.
What are you gonna do? Nick the Alton Towers pedal boat for your navy?
Jeez.
Now we've insulted an entire continent. We're doing well today.
Yeah.
Jim
And
says,
thanks
"They
for
all
everyone
sound-
listening and being part of the last ever bloody thing that I'm doing with Mikey. No, it's all good. This is funny. If you can't laugh at yourself, then, you know, what can I say? This is looking very Harry-like. What I do like about these early... So this is... I'm going for the Operation Corporate scheme on HMS Hermes. But what I love about this era, so like, you know, early 80s and stuff like that, and 70s, 80s, how all the stencils are yellow. Like, you know, or not all of them, but they're high vis. Everything is high vis. And I just love colour. And everything on planes these days, like they don't stencil aircraft like they used to, because, you know, the deal is you're meant to read the publication. You know, if you read the book, which panel to open to get to a certain sort of valve or whatever. But do like colour on planes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just saying that. Just saying that loud.
The other thing that influences my accents as well is the fact that my parents and my family, most of my family comes from St. Helens. So I've had to try and avoid sounding like St. Helens as well, because I don't like that accent. I've had to sort of teach myself not to speak like that.
So could you now, for all the viewers, imitate that accent you don't like? Like,
no.
Could a Welsh person sound like a Welsh person?
Could a Welsh person sound like a Welsh person? I don't know what you're talking about, boyo. I got no bloody accent here.
That's very good. You should be an actor.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I love Bill Bryden.
But he
It's a
Will Britton.
It's a. So what's his name? It's not Bill Bryden, is it?
Rob
That's
Brydon.
Bryson.
Rob Brydon.
What you got to do is sound like you're in eternal pain.
Oh, he's fantastic. Like, I can listen to him all day. Beautiful accent.
Miserable face pillock.
What you got to do is sound like you're in eternal pain.
Rob Brydon, yeah?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what did you say? Oh, I think Michael McIntyre said, like, in a pooper scooper in a Welsh accent. Poopa scooper?
Oh, is that Jimmy Carr?
Maybe it is.
The only way I can see with their Welsh accents if I do like Rod Gilbert.
Sorry, you lost me there.
Roughness, boyo.
So, Jim, are you still watching, or have you gone to sleep? Because you're allowed to. It's that time of the morning over there.
He's still watching. We're very behind on chat.
Oh.
Yes, we are. So, everyone, shut the F up and let me do the chat.
Okay.
Right. I've read that one, Tiff. Julian, I spent my working life on jobs using the phone a lot, so I developed a neutral telephone voice.
What's that,
No,
Hindu?
you've still got quite a strong Welsh accent. Sonic, like, subscribe, and don't forget to buy Mikey's merch. Thanks, Sonic. Jim, very good point, Julian. Accents, both national and regional, exist everywhere. Yeah, the problem is, where in Wales, every village and town has its own accent. So the town I live in, or the village I live in, sounds different to the town a mile up the road, which sounds different, completely different to the town 5 miles away.
That's insane.
That is mental.
Would you agree, Timbo,
Yeah.
that there are no accents in Australia?
Yeah, not really. Like Australia is pretty much just ethnic groups. Like the Islanders sound like Islanders, and Aboriginals sound like Aboriginals, and the Greeks sound like Greeks. But yeah, it's not really like a you're from Parramatta thing.
Yeah.
Like you
See,
also
the rest of us use subtitles to understand you two.
Yeah, but somebody from Perth talking to somebody from, say, Townsville, I can't pick an accent or a difference. It's weird for a country the size we are.
Yeah, because even if you say like you sound like you're from Western Sydney, all they're saying is you sound like you're like Australian Lebanese.
That's true. Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much all they're saying.
Anyway, carry on. I'll shut up.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to present my own show, am I? Thank you. Very joking.
It's been a hostile takeover.
I love you, really.
Well,
June says, shut the fuck up.
Kissy.
Julian says, shut the fuck up.
June says, you hear it here first, folks. Sweeney Todd now does deliveries. Julian, laugh out loud, Sonic. Julian, that's why I said most of Mikey. Sonic. Sonic. I'm not allowed to say it, so I'll just type it.
Is that Welsh for Sonic? Don't look about you.
I mean, I laughed too loud that time. Just,
Mikey,
I'll turn
your
it down.
accent sounds very similar to another YouTube modeler that resides in North Wales. Very similar. That's because we live in North Wales. Matthew says, when I was visiting Goz, they called everyone Dal.
Hey, Dal. How you doing, Dal?
Drew says, Sonic, Mike will read out what you typed. Tut, tut, tut. Yeah, but I have plausible deniability then. Sonic says, exactly.
Yeah.
Sniper Dave says, isn't shill what a South African calls a hard, crispy thing a snail calls home? Quite possibly.
So that's still edible in France.
A shield.
And he says, St. Helens, the patron saint of pies and rugby. Yeah, Pimlet's pies. Oh, they're so good. I might go St. Helens not to visit my family. I might just go and get some pies because it's only an hour away.
Priorities, right?
Hey?
Priorities, or what should I call them? Priorities.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't seen my family since my stepnan's funeral, so I might just go for the pies. But then again, it means paying toll for the bridge. Yeah. Interesting how different cultures use the same word for different things. North America apparently uses shill as the partner of a con artist. Yeah. Tammy says, okay, guys, glad to see you all, but time to eat. See you all again soon. See you later, Tammy, and thank you for the $10.
Bye.
June says, indeed, Mikey, I did hear at one point that in the Welsh valleys, you could pinpoint where a person was born within 5 miles from their accent. Yeah, exactly.
Insane.
It's like round here, I can tell if someone's from our town or from Flint, which is the town 5 miles away. We can tell which town in the area somebody's come from, generally.
Just imagine a bunch of Welshies in, a couple of different Welsh guys after a piss up arguing with each other. You watch it, you boy, I know where you live.
Probably.
No, we're a very friendly bunch, the Welsh.
Just as friendly as the Glaswegians. Just stab you in the back and phone you an ambulance.
No. We're friendly. We're actually genuinely friendly. We're actually known as very friendly people.
Oh, friendly to the sheep anyway.
Funny because it's true.
Can't wait to get in the bloody scrum.
Oh, yeah. Push them up against the
Something
cliff
sounded
and
like
push
that.
back.
David says, "Oh, thank goodness, there's only a quarter of an hour left." David says, "Bye bye, Tammy." Andy says, "I grew up in rural East Sussex, and every village had a slightly different accent and vocabulary." Yeah. Yeah. For such a small island, we have quite an interesting language or interpretations of the language. Julian, a guy I worked with, moved from Birmingham years before. In what sounded to me like a strong accent, he said he'd lost his accent. I thought, like hell you have. Yeah. Duke says, Sonic, you are mad. Sonic says, get your wellies on, lads. We're going.
We're going in.
So, Duke, the Hannon's order, the I think RB755.
I thought you were going to say Duke the Elder or something like that. Then
no. So, I had a notification that they're in Sydney. So I'm expecting them either tomorrow or Wednesday. But as soon as they arrive, I'll put them in the mail for you to arrive. Hopefully, within a week down in your part of the world.
Are you lovely?
I never thought
you just want to get those cheeks and smush them.
Smush? What cheeks? Which ones?
The face cheeks, not the other ones.
Oh, righto. Can never be too sure these days.
It sounded so disappointed then.
You did. You filthy fiend. Julian says, Sonic, you mean stab them while you're yelling an ambulance at them?
That was a shit joke, but I still laughed at it.
Duke says, excellent, John. Thank you very much. There's Blunts and then there's Sonic.
Aye.
Unfortunately, it sounds like he's in one of those funny moods again today. It's just going to be joyful.
I can hear your eyes rolling from here.
Hey, I'm the one that's
just imagine if I never slept.
Duke says, excellent, John. Thank you. I've just read that one. Why is it still up?
Because I was putting paint to plastic.
Oh, I'll let you off then. I won't deduct your hobnob.
Okay. Is it okay before we go off air that I ask the viewers panel some advice or one way they would like me to flop in terms of like paint scheme for a particular kit?
You want to ask the audience if they'll make you flop?
Yeah, well, which way I should flop? You know, I'll put this decal on the Harrier, and then I'll sort of show you what I'm thinking, and I'll ask some advice.
Go for it.
Once the decal's out of the water, because I don't really know. So the next build I'm doing is you might have seen me start maybe a week ago or whatever. It's a Trumpeter 48 scale MiG-23 MF. I don't know if it's an MF. Can't remember. An MF. Not that I know what that is. A flogger bee. Which way I should flop with my flogger?
I'm just waiting on a female voice in the background coming in and saying, "Oh, he couldn't flop if he took his pants off."
Yeah, I heard
there's
some
only
random
one.
words there. I didn't understand a word of it, but you know. Nah, just kidding.
Unfortunately, we can't understand Jockneys.
It's like that bloody press conference where Trump's
Oh,
just like,
You did. Like, you have a beautiful accent. I can't
don't
understand a word.
understand you. Yeah, unfortunately,
Okay,
I don't
next
understand a word you're
question.
saying. But good luck. God bless. Next. Which is just
And
the
good
best. What a man.
Oh, did you see that other one, though? With the French reporter asking about Gaza?
Oh dear,
And-
John,
and
you
he
did it
ans-
again.
He answered the question. So she asked the question in English with a French accent. And then that Marjorie Green, basically
Yeah.
one of her tweets was like, "Did you hear that accent? Anyone with an accent should be deported." I'm just like,
What?
really? She said that out loud? Well, on Twitter.
Yeah.
She
This
should
is
be
why we don't
deported
talk
because she
about
has a
this.
French accent. Madness.
Strange people.
I did miss a fuel.
Anyway, moving on.
So-
So I've got that decal in place. It's the serial number, so it is an important one. So I
Right,
am
John, ask
by
your question
putting that.
before- so we can do comments.
But putting the serial number on, I'm locked into the Operation Corporate HMS Hermes Falkland scheme. And
Yeah.
I am not upset about that because, Harrier's shining moment, if you like. Moment in the spotlight. Okay, so here's a question I had. And it'll be a series of
You haven't even
photos.
got to it yet.
I'm sorry?
You haven't even got to it yet. Bloody hell.
All right, so here's a question I have. So with a series of photograms, this is I'm going to flick around for a bit. This is a paint scheme in the trumpeter instructions for the MiG-23 MF. This is a Polish scheme, as you can see there. And what they're saying is it's basically dark green, light green, and a mix of trainer yellow and green. So green, 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 with a blue underneath, okay? I can't see any proof that actually existed as a paint scheme. What I do have is a picture of a Polish MiG-23 in service, and as you can see, it's like more of a browny color. It's certainly blue underneath. Well, you can sort of see it there. So it's a brown, a mid-green, and a deep green, or a black green. Okay. Now I can deal with those. Or I'll just flick around for a bit. This is how the plane looks now, and it's very, very different because it's faded somewhat in the sun. That it's a different paint scheme. You could, in certain light, you can't even see the Polish insignia. But it's certainly a brown, and it's certainly you can see there on the intake, and a light green and a deeper green. That's a Czech one, a Czech Republic aircraft, but it's the three greens that we were looking at before. But I don't know if that's a Polish scheme. This is a Russian scheme of a Czech plane, so it's almost like an F111 because it's a copy of an F111. So we've got a light green, a dark green, and a brown. So none of them are that scheme. Should I do what I want, paint it how I want? Should I go for a really sort of messed up old sort of museum piece like that? Or should I go for more of say, the Russian sort of pristine look and try to do it that way with whatever colors, and just try to match the colors from that photo? Answer in the comments. Because the reason I ask is I tend to go for and make a fairly clean build. Because let's admit that I'm probably terrible at weathering, so I do what is easy for me. So this being a corporate scheme, Harriers GR3s were fairly new then. They're only about less than 5 years old, so the paints were very fresh.
You're done yet.
Basically, I think it's which scheme should he
The
go for?
question started off talking about Harriers, and I'm so lost. The question started
No, it
with
wasn't.
Harriers,
No,
and
the
then
question-
ended up looking at
no.
floggers.
No, the question was about floggers. I was finishing the decal on the Harrier, and then I said paint schemes on flogger B. So what do you think? Should I have like 3 shades of green, or should I incorporate the brown, or it's pretty much a khaki from Russia, or
I think
do you
somebody else
guys-
has got to get flogged in a minute.
Sounded like you answered your own question when you started. Like your first option, you said, like, do I do what I want to do, or do I do this other one? Just do what you want to do.
But the deal is, I can't find any proof. I'd like to go for realism as well. I can't find any proof that green, and green scheme ever existed. I did find a thing on Brit Modeler where a guy from Poland was saying it's these colours, but I'm thinking they're not, because one of them he quoted as maroon. There's no maroon there. It's brown, or khaki. Very different from a red brown, because it's a yellow brown.
What colour is a khaki?
Well, it depends. Like, BMWs have a sort of black, and Mercedes have more of a. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I can show you the pictures again, but you can just rewind as well.
But yeah. Well, the consensus seems to be faded, and so where the John.
Yeah.
So the consensus is, what was the question again? What is he asking? What's going on? What happened?
I got lost about halfway through because I was like, 1 minute you talk about Harriers and the Falklands, and the next minute you're showing me a picture of a flogger. I was like, what? But at least I knew it was a flogger. That makes a change. Anyway, catch up with the comments before we finish, because like 3 minutes to go. So let me do this little bit. Andy said, did French World War I camo schemes actually work as camouflage? Maybe if you're hiding in a museum of modern art. Well, the idea wasn't to hide it. It was to make it difficult to target the artillery and for the aircraft. So with the British tanks, they stopped doing it after the Mark I, because they realised with a rhomboid shape, it's absolutely pointless, because when the tracks come over the top, the mud just trickles down it and covers it anyway. With the French, though, the tracks are underneath, so that wasn't an issue. But what it meant is that when they're going across the battlefield, aircraft and artillery, it made it more difficult for the aircraft and artillery to spot and figure out which direction they were going. There we go. So that was the idea behind it. It wasn't to hide it, it was disruptive camouflage. Duke says, flop to the right, John. And he says, Julian says, Mikey, does plausible deniability mean to blame Tiff for putting the comment up, who then blames Sonic for saying it? Joking, please do not invade Wales.
That's funny, Julian. Because we know we want to.
Sonic says, welcome to the UN Foreign Relations question time.
That sounds like it. You never know.
Julian says, laugh out loud, Andy. Yeah, so if you imagine that going across the battlefield, you're going to struggle to know which side is the front, and especially if you're flying at a plane at 80 mile an hour across the battlefield or something. Yeah. Julian says, I do recall a news report of some woman complaining on a Welsh train about another woman talking foreign. The language was Welsh. Yes. I remember that one. It happened on a bus as well. Someone told two people were talking Welsh, and some woman told them to go back to their own country. And the woman's daughter said, Mum, shut up, they're speaking Welsh. And we're in Wales. Apparently it's an English person that was come down for the weekend or something like that. and didn't understand that the Welsh have their own language. Duke says faded one, John.
As
Julian.
in the really, really sort of old. Try to make it as weathered as I can, because I've never done that, and I should give it a go.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Be something different. You always do nice, clean ones. Well, pristine ones.
I do like a clean build, but I'm prepared to make this one look ugly because it's Russian.
You could try and recreate that photo where you had the flogger and the MiG together, all rusted up.
That's true. That's true. I could. I don't think I'd do it well. Yeah. Well,
you can
here's
only
the
try,
thing, because you'll remember. Well, you probably don't. So a couple of weeks ago, I did actually purchase some Soviet airfield plates, so I can.
There we go.
I can literally do that.
Yeah. There you go. So that's a diorama idea for you.
Oh.
You could do the MiG one with graffiti on it.
Oh, I could. Yeah, I could make it a mess. So okay, so yeah, there you go. I'll give it a go. I'll try to make it as dirty and as awful and crappy
dirty.
as I can.
Nice.
Well, I've never done it, and so this is pristine, just out of the factory. Look at it, like it's still shiny. It's not weathered yet, but you know what I mean. So if I try to make it as dirty as I can, that'll be an interesting thing for me, because I'll be stepping out of my comfort zone. So
John,
thank you, Duke. I'll do that.
You're going to make it moist.
Moist. Nice.
Sonic.
Sploosh.
Have you looked on the store over the weekend?
Oh, the moist thingy, aye.
Yeah. How cool does it look on the t-shirt?
It's pretty cool, man. I would have had an extra drip on the letter M just to balance it a bit, but other than that, it was cool.
Yeah. There is a drip on the letter
M. Yeah.
Oh, the T then. At the other end. I know one end had a drip, no other end. Never.
There's a drip on the M and a drip on the O.
Was it on the I?
It's because of how far away from they are from the bottom of the image.
Oh.
That's cool. Yeah, Junior says faded weather. 2 seconds.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah, it's pretty much a consensus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Junior says laugh my ass off. Matthew says faded and weathered. Ian says have another beer, John.
Oh.
Junior says how about both, John? The one you want to do, but faded. Duke, I was with you all the way, John, because you don't have an accent.
Oh, he's the only person who understood me. Apart from Timbo.
Julian, where am I? Who am I? Why am I? The last one is usually answered effed, if I know. Julian says, that was probably the same one, Mikey. Bus, then not a train. No, it happens quite a lot, mate, especially in the border towns. So, yeah, there we go. Hang on. Someone's tittering here.
Tell her to put them away.
Cool. So, before we go, very quickly, Timmy, what have you achieved?
Well, I've just been pretty much putting the finishing touches on this. So, just running around with panel liner and some oils and stuff. So, nice. Get like a bit of, where's my finger? Bit of fuel coming out of the caps and stuff, and just drag that back. A little bit of residue from the cannons and stuff. Bit of exhaust. On the drop pods, there's a bit more fuel there, which, imagine that's probably leaked back and splashed onto the ailerons a bit. So, yeah. I'm just about had it with this one, so I'll spray this, get it sealed, and then I can finally do my favoriteest part, which is finally peeling the canopy. and then call it done. I'm happy enough.
That's cool.
It does look rather lovely.
It does.
Yeah.
There we go. Modders, we'll go to you next.
Yeah, so I was working on my Fast and Furious Dodge Charger. The camera's shaky. So I've got the seats painted.
Nice.
And the frame on the back sits behind the seats with the little fire extinguisher on. And I'm just doing the bottom of the car now to attach the seats and everything onto on the frame. I'm just painting that up now.
Very good.
Yeah.
Does it come with a NOS bottle?
Well done.
I don't know yet.
I thought that's what that was. NOS bottle, but it's a fire extinguisher on the roll cage.
Yeah, it'd be a fire extinguisher if it's on the roll cage. NOS bottle would be in the engine or in the footwells or something. I have done the touching up on the paint. So there's no white spots now. That's tape. It's blank out the door. So I didn't spray the inside. So I'm going to have the hatches open on it as well. Or some of the hatches. Yeah. That's looking better now. A bit neater. Marley.
Hello. I've been decaling stickers. So, it's starting to... Well, I haven't got too many on, but it's certainly looking like a Harrier, that's for sure. And that's it.
Yep.
Hooray.
It does look very nice.
It does.
The masks work well as well.
Oh, the masks, yeah. Like, I can't... Well, I can fault them, but, I would recommend Top Notch. I've used them over and over again, and they're... Yeah.
When you make another Harry.
Well, here's the thing. So, as I've said, they're reusable. If you buy a set of masks, you can use them if you choose to make another one of the same kit, or, I'm sending mine with the ones I've used to the better-looking Marley, and he can use them on his Harrier in, say, 4 years' time or whenever he chooses to do that, because you can use them again. So they're actually quite good value for money. Even considering the postage from England to Australia, I'll go for them every time. From the topnotch.co.uk, I think is their site. Really good range.
Cool. June says, Titty not Frankie Howard mode. Ian says, nice Mustang, Tim. And June says, nicely done, Tim. June says, nicely done, Tim. Looks fab, Mikey. Great job, John. Thank you very much, buddy. Cool. So that's us for today. Me and John will be back tomorrow at 11 o'clock for Beardy's Funnies.
Oh, and Tiff?
Yes, I shall be there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Speaking of which, she's just put the link to Top Notch masks in there.
Masks?
I may see if they have some for mine.
24 scale. They might.
Yeah. So, me and John and Models will be back tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Beardy's Funnies. Yeah.
Yep.
So, have fun, be good, and we shall see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Like and subscribe.